Bliss and juiciness, my loves. Welcome to the Lighthouse podcast. I am Goddess Qadesh, your lighthouse keeper. Thank you so much for joining me today at the Lighthouse podcast, where we bring you your spiritual weather, a message, a lesson, a beacon, and always a meditation. Thank you, thank you, thank you. If you do not know who I am, get to know me, get familiar. I am Goddess Qadesh, mental health priestess, sacred sex educator, energy healer, spiritual life mentor, birth and sex doula. I'm a cannabis advocate, and I am co-owner of Fire and Water Metaphysical Wellness here in Lawrenceville, Georgia, where my mother is my business partner and my daughter is my store manager. And we are the only metaphysical wellness center in the world. Come check us out, y'all. There is always something amazing going on in here. You can always follow us on IG and Facebook and TikTok at FYRE.WATA or FYRE_WATA. Please bear with me, y'all. I'm always smoking, so they always hating. We have two different pages for backup. So welcome. Let's get this thing going. Today, we are giving a little energy. It has been a while since I've been here, and the last time we met, we were in a Ma'at energy. And now we have moved on. Several seasons have passed us by. I have been incredibly busy and just out of pocket. If y'all remember, I was doing this by myself and just trying to figure it out and what it was going to look like and what it was going to be. So we are getting started. I do now have an executive producer, Fentress O'Moore. So thank you and shout out to the help. I do appreciate it because some things are hard to do alone. So the spiritual weather. We are at the end of what is known in my world as clearing season. So, what is clearing season? Clearing season is a time where, well, one, it's winter, right? Right at the winter solstice, we enter into darker times, darker nights, darker energy. It's the winter, so things get cold and make sure everything dies off so that we can plant new seeds, so that we can clear the way for the seeds that we have planted, so that we can create structure and foundation for the seeds that are going to be growing, whether that's spiritual fruit or whether that is actual fruit. Here we are in the thick of winter. And in the thick of winter is when we get to clear blocks because, when the spring comes, we can't have a bunch of bullshit in the way. We growing, right? So here we are at the end of this clearing season. This clearing season is also called Kali energy. It is called Sekert or Sekhmet. It is called conservationist because she conserves her energy. But just think of her as destruction and rebirth and foundation building. That is what this energy brings. And if you do some reflecting, you may notice in your own life, in your own work, in your own journey, that you may have been spending the past couple of, month or so in a space of cleansing or conserving your energy or, not willing to argue or do, certain things with a lot of energy because right now you're clearing your foundation. I have had quite a few revelations during this clearing energy, and a lot of them had to do with structure. So this energy does govern structure because it makes sense. If we are cleansing the palette, cleansing the place, cleansing the field, then we are actually creating a foundation. One of the things for me has been creating foundation and structure, but also feeling like I'm still free. So I've been managing, creating a freedom within my structure. So creating a calendar, yet there are themes for the day and things for the day that I can pick to do. I don't have to do one thing or two things only for the day. So for me, I need a structure, but also a structure that allows freedom within it. That's why I'm open, poly, freedom centered, whatever. So when we are evaluating what it is that we want to create for the year, for the years to come, for our life in general, we are really tapping into our magic. We're tapping into the naturalness of our ability to create our destiny and or to best said to flow into our destiny. You can't create destiny, right? It's already destined. So here in this time, you may have been struggling or practicing to keep your energy to yourself, to pay attention to the way you are speaking to yourself, to pay attention to your foundation, your current foundation. This has been a good time to reflect on the conversations that you have with yourself when you're sitting on the toilet, when there is no one around you. What is that? What is that conversation for you? What does that sound like? What does that look like? So one of the things when we do Shut Up and Breathe here at the shop at Fire and Water, what we do is we write out, our goals. Then each session we continue to expand on what that journey looks like. And so we were doing affirmations that allowed us to remove blocks so that we can allow the things that we've been planting in our system back in November, back in October, September, so that we can allow that energy to flourish. We have to get the weeds out, right? We have to get rid of the roots to things that don't work for us anymore. And so that's what I have been spending this past 45 days doing. And I invite you to we're in this energy for just one more day. So I invite you to affirm yourself, affirm your goals, affirm your destiny, affirm your commitments, affirm your structure, affirm your discipline, affirm your willingness to kill things. Let it die, let it go, so that you can make room for what is new. Affirm yourself for the next few days because, truthfully, we got a full moon coming. That full moon comes through on Sunday and it's in Leo. Full moon is in Leo. The sun is in Aquarius. So what does that mean? Well, Leo itself is about shining, as well as Leo zodiac sign is complete, direct opposite of the Aquarius sign. So here we are with the sun in Aquarius, the moon in Leo, and it's about the uniqueness of your talents shining, like the moon is being illuminated by the sun with sun energy. And so this is about using the best of your talents and about shining and your uniqueness. And so here, this full moon, you have the opportunity to your last really clear out. You get the opportunity to do a last clearing, because that's what full moon energy helps us to do, is release things. So you get the last chance of this for this season to go ahead and release the blocks to your creativity, release the blocks to your talents, the things that make you shine, that make you progress, that go with your goals. Clear the blocks to that. We in the full moon, we experience something like a chaos, right? In this segment, conservationist, clearing, Kali energy, this what is her name in Oya? This energy, we have the ability to clear out the shit that don't work for us. That's what this energy is for. It is your natural inclination to kill, to destroy, to ruin the parts of your spirit, the parts of your behaviors, the parts of your thoughts, the parts of your feelings that don't serve you. You have to kill them. You have to release them from your being. You have to release that energy so that you can make room for what's new. And you get 45 days to do that. And here in this Leo full moon, you get the opportunity to do it from your heart. Leo governs the heart. So you get the opportunity to take that loving energy of your eccentric self, which is Aquarian, and release anything that stops you from being creative. So that's what you get to do this weekend. It's really the last hoorah of the clearing season. And then we move into that lover energy, that Oshun energy. And that energy is dope. So here you have Oshun, which is the sensuality, the sexuality. And it's not limited to like creating babies, but this creative energy that says, you know what, my sex, my sensuality is so powerful. I create more than babies. I create motivation. I create new thoughts. I create new ideas. I create out of thin air. I create based on my imagination, my ability to imagine, my ability to charge my imagination with my orgasms, with my sensual, with my yummy. Create shit and more than people. So imagine here we are moving from clearing out the stuff that don't work, the thoughts that don't work, affirming ourselves and allowing this last bit of Leo, like shine bitch energy, right? Any Leos, you know, they walk into the room and they command attention. And that's really the opportunity you have with this full moon energy, is to command attention to your goals, to command attention to your creativity, and open your heart to what you're meant to do, your destiny, and clear the shit that says you can't, clear the shit that says you won't, clear the shit that says you're not ready, clear all that shit, because it's time to step into the new. So I'm excited. I'm excited because I'm just having a revelation right now. Here we are. I'm starting back my podcast. So my creativity is being open. And tonight I cleared the bullshit that would stop me from starting my podcast today. Well, from restarting my podcast today. So my heart is open. I am moving into the energy of love, beauty, and sex for manifestation and motivation versus sex for the sake of sex. Busting O's so I can create some shit. Busting O's into the reality of what is juicy and what is in the physical, like busting O's for my goals. I love Oshun energy. I love this Heteru energy, this Lakshmi, elegant rose. We're gonna talk about that once we move into that space, but right now it's your opportunity to take these last few days, cleanse your energy, cleanse yourself. You can take a cleansing bath. You can wear some black crystals. And I'm actually going to be wearing black crystals probably all year, at least for my mala, because I decided that it was really important for me to get solid, like my foundation in a real way. I'm doing this store. I have other things that I do as far as, mental health work, as far as community work, as far as like I'm a doula, I'm a priestess. I do so many things. And my foundation being solid, that's really important. And I noticed during this season that my foundation isn't solid and I need more than 45 days to get it solid. So that's what I'm doing. I invite you to evaluate yourself, evaluate your foundation, evaluate where you've come and gone to and where you're going, where you've come from and where you're going. It's time to evaluate that as we move into this juicy ocean energy. I'm excited. So, moving into the more I know. Y'all, I always have a lesson. Every day I wake up, there's a lesson to be learned, okay? And today, I wanted to kind of just talk about the lesson of self-reflection. I I like to say that I'm willing to self-reflect. It's part of my work. Like I have an experience with many traumas. And when being that I have experiences with many traumas, it has been important for me to be present about my behavior, present about what my mind is thinking, and present about who I'm interacting with and what am I taking in on a daily basis. And something that short story. So for December, I was able to go to Jamaica for my mother's 60th birthday, which was we had a fantastic time. It was amazing. And I was gifted the opportunity to go to Hedo. Oh my God. I had an amazing time. If you don't know what Hedo is or hedonism is in Jamaica, Google it. It's not my responsibility to tell you today, but I might. I might tell y'all a lot about it. But something that I had to practice while being there was being present and reflecting on myself. So this is a lifestyle resort, a nude resort. And one of, the things that I wanted to practice was, being nude, expressing myself nude on this resort. And so much was coming up about how I feel about my body. And I used to be very overweight, almost 100 pounds overweight. And I lost weight from, I did hypnosis practices and changed the way my relationship with food, the way I thought about food. That'll be another thing. We'll talk about that. But I was able to lose a lot of weight, but this new body I have, still not in love with it. And here I am in a place that is about sexual freedom and sexual expression. And I'm walking around naked and I can hear all of these thoughts, in my mind about my body. And during this time, what I can really, recall mostly is staying present enough to listen to what I was saying about my body. And why is this important? Because something that I've noticed and I'm getting really vulnerable, something that I've noticed in my work is the way in which I think about my body, talk about my body to myself. It hinders ways in which I move in marketing my business or expressing myself publicly. So, for instance, like today, what was I going to wear to get on video to do this podcast? That was it was a chore for me, because I don't want to show this part of my body. Oh, I don't want to show that part of my body. And I had to sit for a minute and be self-reflective. One, how do I want people who come to me to feel, when they have done work to, transition into a whole new body, and yet they still are not loving themselves. So, and this is really vulnerable, I didn't know what my lesson was going to be today that I shared, but this is what's coming up, and I'm allowing it to be authentic. I'm allowing it to be raw, because no matter how much healing we do, we ain't never all the way healed. It's always something to work on. And it's in the ability to be willing to work on it that you grow. And so I'm being vulnerable and I'm being candid about my thought processes and who I am. Because one, I'm here to help heal. I'm here to facilitate healing for the world. And if you think I have perfect thoughts and a perfect life, then how could I really be helpful? If I think I have a perfect life and all these perfect thoughts, how am I helpful? So, bottom line, what I realized is that even if I decided that I wanted to have, some sort of cosmetic surgery to tighten my skin from the weight loss, it wouldn't matter if I'm not willing to still love my body. And if I don't love my body without it looking perfect, then damn it, I'm objectifying myself. I saw a post like that today. I'm gonna grab it. I saw a post today that really resonated with me when it came to the way that I was treating myself about my body. Uh, and it said this: if you only love your body when you love how it looks, that isn't love, that is objectification. And that really hit home for me today, that I truly have been objectifying myself. As much as I love myself, as much as I honor who I am as a soul, as a spirit, as goddess, as God, as a human having this experience, I hadn't truly sat with the fact that me not liking my body was me truly being abusive. And having the opportunity to go to Hedo and be naked and be free was so enlightening in the way that I talk about myself to myself. And so today I went ahead and put on this sleeveless shirt because like this shirt. I love this, this maroon, this wine. I love that on my skin. And since I'm doing a video, I want to feel delicious and I don't want to be sitting up here judging how I might look. So that's my self-reflecting. And I self-reflect every time I'm triggered. And I have learned that when we are getting a hold of our mental health, we learn coping skills. Okay. You learn how to distract yourself. You learn how to, call a friend. You learn how to do something that makes you happy. You learn how to do something that makes you, relax. You learn all these coping skills. You learn how to deep breathe. You learn all these coping skills to deal with your emotions. But once you have, quote unquote, mastered coping skills, then you will realize that it's time that you could move from coping to processing. And processing includes self reflection. And so for me, because I've been doing this work for so long, when I'm triggered, I jump into self reflecting. And I invite you to do the same. Moving from this clearing season into this lovers season is going to be really telltale for what's going on in your internal world, because that lover energy, that Hedo or that Oshun, that Lakshmi energy, it governs your imagination. And every time I talk shit about my body and don't feel good about the way I've talked about my body, I'm fueling my imagination for those body parts that I don't love. So that's really landing for me right now. Um, so I affirm myself today. There is nothing wrong with my body. I love my body. My body brings me pleasure, juicy pleasure too. Like every day, my body allows me to feel bliss. And I am so grateful for my body. And I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful for these arms that can hug and nurture. I'm so grateful for these thighs that can get up out of the bed and walk to where I need to go and wrap around hips and waists. I love my body and I honor my body just as it is. And I'm grateful and I'm happy to have gotten vulnerable here, but this is my fucking podcast. I can do what I want. But I'm excited that ah this this willingness to love my body as it is. I'm excited because trusting that my soul landed in this body, knowing why, knowing what for. There's no mistake here. So moving from objectifying what I think I should look like to a love and adoration for what I've landed into for this lifetime. I'm grateful and it shit feels good. And I'm affirming myself. Mm. I love my body. I love my jiggly arms. I do. I give bomb ass hugs. All right. Oh, so I think that's it. We're going to wrap this up. That was your message and your beacon. Love your body, whether you're of a male body or female body, a fluid body, whatever your body. Love your body. Don't objectify it. Love it. Don't allow others to objectify it. Not and let it land and be true for you. I mean, people gonna do what they do, but does it have to be true for you? No. Love your body the way that it is. Love you the way that you are. Okay. Okay. All right. So we're gonna do a meditation. And today's meditation is going to be, well, let's just kind of mix it up a little. I'm feeling really vulnerable. I have shared with you guys something that's very personal, you know, for me. And really, it's because I didn't plan the message for today. And since I didn't actually plan the message, I ended up being very vulnerable. But it's good. It's a good share. I feel really good. I feel like moving into this year with a love and appreciation for what is, for who I am is now, and finding pleasure and joy and bliss and acceptance and love in that. I'm excited. So I say that to say I need to breathe. And so I want us to just do some deep breathing. I've been doing some basic deep breathing lately, just because I want to help you guys realize the simplicity of meditation. It doesn't always have to be some elaborate breathing sequence, some major, mantra. It really is about being able to sit still and tap in. I'm rubbing my legs right now. I'm rubbing my thighs, my juicy thighs. But I'm rubbing myself just to kind of get grounded. And I invite you to do the same, get still, get centered, find your spot where you can sit down, just be with yourself, be with me for a few moments, get connected to yourself. Sometimes when we put ourselves in a vulnerable space, it can feel stressful. It can cause anxiety. It can cause us to feel afraid. It can cause us to want to retreat, to, run. But trust that your vulnerability has a lesson in it always. I want you to take a deep breath in. Allow your lungs to fill up. Allow your belly to fill up. Allow it to expand like a balloon. Deep breath in. At the top of that breath, just release from your mouth. You can let out a sigh if you like. Deep breath in. Fill up those lungs and that belly, and on that out breath, allow that energy you feel anywhere in your body to drop. Allow it to fall down your legs. Allow it to fall down your feet into the ground, into the floor, and where you sit. Take your deep breaths in and release out your mouth. Your body may get heavy in your seat. Allow that to happen. Allow your legs to get heavy. Allow your shoulders to become heavy. Allow your arms to lie heavy in your lap. Allow your neck to just hold your head up. Feel yourself grounding firmly into your seat. Deep breath in. At the top of that breath, release. And just trust your exhale, however it sounds. It can be light, it can be heavy, but make sure you release all that air from your lungs, from your belly, allowing your belly to even push in to release all that air. And when you've released all that air, take another deep breath in. Good, good. In at the top of that breath. Allow your body to feel. You may begin to feel tingles. You may begin to feel heavy. Whatever you feel, just allow your body to feel. You may feel light. You may feel nothing at all. But allow your body to feel. Good. I want you to bring your attention to your hands. Allow them to rub your thighs. Allow them to rub your legs, and you can rub in circular motion, rubbing around your thighs, around your legs, rubbing around your kneecaps, rubbing in circular motion around your thighs, your calves, your knees, your ankles, all over your legs, and rub slow. We have time. We're not going anywhere. Clockwise, rubbing your thighs. Good. Allowing yourself to just feel the rub, feel the motion. If you don't have full access to your hands, then I want you to imagine a swirl energy swirling up your legs, swirling up your calves, swirling up your knees, your thighs, swirling up into your tailbone, your pelvic area, swirling up. And you can use your hands if you're using your hands to circular motion up your body, up to your belly. Yes, swirling, circling, Circling, swirling your chest, your breast, your nipples. Swirling, swirling, circling that energy up your shoulders, swirling that energy in your arms, circling that energy in your forearms, circling it in your hands. Mm. Making sure to continue to deep breathe as you swirl that energy. Swirl it on your chest, your breast. Mhm. Swirl it on your shoulders. Circle your shoulders, your neck. Mhm. Mm. Mm. And just let your body feel. You can move your hands. You can move that energy back down your body, down your breast, down your belly, your chest, down your belly, down to your pelvic area, crossing over your genitals, giving them a little hello, going down into your thighs, swirling that energy, circling that energy across your knees, down your calves, down your ankles. And if you can't reach your ankles or if you're not touching yourself, swirl that energy down to your ankles. Yes, and down, down your feet, down your feet, the soles of your feet swirling, circle energy to your toes. Good. And I want you to just bring your attention to anywhere in your body that you're feeling and just send love. Smile at it. Smile at that body part. Feel love from your heart. You can think of anything that's lovely. And just say, I love you. I love you. I love you to that body part or those body parts, whatever parts come up, whatever parts you can feel. I love you. Smile to this part of your body or these parts of your body and thank them. Thank them for providing you with their presence. Thank you. Let's take some deep breaths in. Deep breath in. At the top, I want you to hold, 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 release. Do that again, and you're going to release it from your mouth. Deep breath in. Top of the breath, hold, 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 release. Good. One more time. Deep breath in. Good. At the top of that breath, hold, 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 release. Good. Allow yourself to relax. You're more than welcome to go and do this again for other body parts, feeling them and sending them love, telling them thank you, breathing that energy, breathing that love in and releasing it out, breathing in through your nose, out through your mouth, releasing it out, allowing each body part to be energized and nourished and loved on. Thank you for joining us for Qadesh at the Lighthouse. I love you.